So welcome everyone. We are delighted to welcome you to our first episode of Color and Crystals Style Chat. And Jen Thoden and I and Betsy Bishop, we are just really delighted to see all of you. Some of you are friends of ours already, and some of you are brand new friends as of today. Let me take my glasses off. And I thought we would start off for just a couple minutes and share how this kind of came about, and then we're going to dive in and talk about the color blue, how to wear different shades of blue, some fun ideas, because even if you're in your own house all day long, you still want to look pretty. It just brightens the day, doesn't
Especially
it?
on Zoom.
And then when we're off of our house arrest, our quarantines, we're going to be sparkling up the rest of the world a whole lot more than ever before, and we're going to appreciate it. So hopefully some ammunition for all of us. So Jen, why don't you dive in and tell us a little bit about yourself and your background so that we kind of understand the depth of expertise that this woman has. It's phenomenal.
Oh, you're so sweet, Betsy. Yeah. Okay, well, hello everyone. I know that I recognize a lot of names, so some of you already know me, but my name is Jen Thoden, and I am the founder of Your Color Style. Your Color Style specializes in color analysis for women, so we help women find colors that flatter them, and really, in a way, it helps you invest in colors that really make you smile when you look in the mirror and help you feel better, flatter you best, and really kind of save money on paying for clothes that aren't looking great on you in stores and stuff like that. So I'm going to be your color expert today, and then I'm going to hand it back to Betsy, who's going to be your jewelry expert today.
And thank you, Jen. So I work with a company called Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski. Swarovski is a 125-year-old crystal manufacturer from Austria. And about 10 years ago, they created a new division just for the American market for entrepreneurial women. So I started with the company in the very beginning. I've had the privilege of working with so many wonderful women all across the country who are selling our product line. But what Jen and I wanted to do today was find a way to marry what she does and what I do, just to give everyone some really fun ideas. So what we're gonna do is start off with Jen and have her talk about wearing the color blue. Who can wear blue and in which shade? And then I'll dive in with some jewelry ideas that in blue as well, different shades of blue, and then we'll take a couple of questions.
Yeah, definitely. So, this is a little bit of an experiment, right? So Betsy and I have met several times. We've known each other for a couple years now, and this is the first time that we've decided to do something together. And it just feels like a good fit. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and we might stumble a little bit this first time, but we're going to learn a lot, and we can't wait to see what questions. So if you have questions for us as we're talking about stuff, please put that in the chat, and then we'll address those as well. Okay, so we're going to do the color blue today. And by the way, I guess, Betsy, we're going to be this isn't a long webinar, maybe 20 minutes or so?
20 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, about 20 minutes. So just so you guys are planning your days. And if you could make sure you guys are muted. I don't know if everyone's already muted, so it gets a little distracting sometimes from the sounds. All right, so the color blue. All right, so personally, blue is a color that anybody can wear, and a lot of people will say, well, that's not true, I don't look good in blue, and often it's because it's the type of blue that you're trying to wear. There are blues that range from a very neutral blue, like a true blue, all the way to kind of green blues, and even over to more red blues, like violets, almost to a violet. And so that whole range of blue is a full spectrum that you can play with. And so Betsy's going to be showing you some jewelry that are in those colors. And I think most of them are going to be from the true blue over to the turquoise blues, because those are the colors that just look really good in jewelry, and also look for the spring. It kind of makes you think of the ocean and water and tropical waters. And so we're going to be focusing on that. And the best part about those colors from true blue to green blues and turquoises is that I feel like anybody can wear those colors. A lot of times people say, oh, I can't wear it. Well, it might be maybe too bright. It might feel a little too bright, but if you go light or dark, that's a color like teal that honestly looks just amazing on everyone. And so one of the fun things that we're going to do today is, as Betsy's going to show you some really fun styling tips on different ways to wear your jewelry, your necklaces and your bracelets, and different ways to layer stuff, which I love. I can't wait to watch this because I need some tips as well. We're going to talk a little bit about how to color combo some of these things because you don't have to wear a matching top just to wear the jewelry. So if I deliberately wore this yellow today to demonstrate that you don't have to wear a matching color. So she's going to be showing you colors that are literally blues and teals and turquoises, right? It's a pretty good match, right? And you can see just off the bat, like how fun that is to see the yellow with that turquoise or even with the blue. It's unexpected, it's fun. So you don't have to just restrict your wardrobe to just the color stones that are in your jewelry or even your fashion accessories, right? So we're gonna be talking about jewelry, but also think about fun things like nail polish and stuff too, right? Like if you're bold enough, you can have some blue nails or some teal nails that go along with your outfit. What else you have to do except paint your nails in your house right now, right? So it's a lot of fun. All right, you wanna share some stuff with us, Betsy?
Sure, I'd love to. So I have a couple of palettes of blues here. I have, right now, I'm working on layering with some lighter blues. For example, this Chanel necklace is a 36-inch necklace, and it can be worn doubled this way with a converter or worn long, but it's simply a very pale aquamarine blue. And you could pair it with a deep blue. You could pair it with the white that I have on. Jen, it would look pretty, I think, with your yellow.
Oh, totally. So,
and then what I did was I added the Laguna Delight necklace. So this is, when I talk about colors, I'm actually talking about Swarovski crystal names. So forgive me, they're not actually like gemstones. These are the Swarovski crystal names. So this is called Laguna Delight. But you know, this is the kind of thing where if you just want to draw attention to your face, so let's say your figure is not where you want it to be, and you don't want anybody to pay attention to the fact that you're wearing yoga pants, you could be wearing this that draws attention upward, up to your face. Things that are longer, like this one, will help to elongate you. Mm-hmm. Another idea along those lines, again, this is to me, jewelry is a great distraction. It isn't a distraction from being sloppy necessarily. So if I go out looking sloppy, like I just came out of the yard, for example, no amount of jewelry is going to make it look good. But I can wear a really super simple outfit, like nothing tailored, nothing from, you know, high-end stores, just from my little Target t-shirt and my little Target jeans. And I can put on something like this and people pay attention to that and not something else. So for example, this kind of a necklace, one thing that's important is when you're looking for jewelry, look for versatility. This has a clasp that actually allows me to shorten my necklace and lengthen it. So what I'm going to do is put it on long. So depending on my neckline, I can shorten it or elongate it. So right now I'm going to shorten it right up here. And well, I don't want to show that, but nobody needs to see that. But one thing is that then if what I want to focus on is my face, keep the eyes away from my hips, for example, or if I don't feel like I have a very good waistline or my outfit doesn't call for it, then I'll put something up here. But here's the funny thing, adding a long necklace is going to add inches to your length. And so you're going to look taller and leaner by wearing a long length. And the hard part is the bust. Depending on how your chest looks, you're going to have to watch the length of your long necklaces and whether or not there's a bobble at the end or something like that, because it might hit you in the wrong spot. And that's where some of these necklaces that are adjustable in the back, it allows you to bring it up, take it down, and that kind of thing.
So Betsy, for that tip that you had with the long versus the short, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but a necklace in a way is almost like an arrow, right? So it can point to a feature that you want to enhance. Right. So for someone that you want to be able to kind of emphasize your waist, you could have a longer, right? Is this true? You wear longer, so it points towards your waistline necessarily versus say up here, and it helps to add balance. And like she said, elongates. And if you don't want that, you bring it up. However, women who have very large chests, right? We don't necessarily want to have too much up here because then now we got a lot going on up here. So it's really how you want to emphasize your features. And it's amazing how jewelry and pops of color can really make that difference, right?
It is fascinating. And sometimes when I'm at a jewelry party or on a virtual jewelry party online that we also do, women will talk about, oh, but I have such a short neck. I have to wear something long, or I have a long neck and therefore I can wear something that hits right here. So it's very interesting how we can analyze just our own body shape, and that'll determine what we decide ends up looking good on us. Jen, I was going to talk a little bit too about bracelets and things like that, because again, jewelry is such a great distractor. And if we're talking about the color blue, we could add, you know, just a single ice bracelet, for example, which is actually our sort of Touchstone's iconic bracelet is called the ice bracelet. Comes in, I don't even know how many colors, but several of them are blue. This is, again, this is the Laguna, this is the Ocean Delight. I can stack it with a second one and a third one. But here's the funny thing. I've got people saying to me, well, but what about if I'm mostly a gold girl? Well, here's what's kind of fun. Let me show you what I like to do. So I'm going to add the 3. And by the way, we call this a wrist party. So if I'm stacking several blues, it almost doesn't matter what color I'm wearing. I mean, Jen, right? We could be, if I want a blue wrist party, what colors could I be wearing on my body? If I'm, so as I'm adding this, why don't you talk for a second?
Yeah, so totally. So one of the things that I love is that, you know, when I first talk about color and things that flatter you, I'm always talking about colors that are closest to your face, right? But there's so many colors out there and so many pieces of clothing and jewelry that I personally love, but it's not necessarily going to look so great close to the face, or maybe isn't the best match with what you're wearing. And that's where I think bracelets come into play, because you'll find me often, I love bracelets and I love rings. And so a lot of times if this isn't working, I'll ditch the necklace and stick to the bracelets, because I always, for some reason, I just love to focus on my hands and my wrists. It's maybe because I talk so much with my hands. And of course, when I'm grabbing the glass of wine, I kind of like seeing the stacks of bracelets and stuff. And so the match for color isn't as important as it is when it's closer to your face, right? When people are talking to you, they're seeing your face, but this, your arms are moving and you have a little bit more, forgiveness and what you're wearing on your wrist. And I mean, you can even mix metals if you wanted to. Like, you don't have to do just gold or just silver, right?
How did you know I was going to do that? So that's exactly what I just did, because we have friends who really like to wear gold, but maybe I really want some blue. And so what I've done is I've added 2 of the gold ice bracelets, and this could be any kind of bracelets. You all have some other really pretty bracelets at home that you can mix and match, but you can add in that pop of blue if that's what you're going for. And then maybe you've got a blue shoe that pulls this out, and then maybe you have a little blue bag, just a little, you know, or a little blue clutch that you want to wear. And maybe there's nothing on your neck and just a tiny little earring, but suddenly that pop of blue color, it can be mixed with other metals or just be worn by itself. Catherine had a question. I have sun damage on my chest and on my neck. If I wear something on bare skin on my chest, will it draw attention? That's such a great idea. She feels like it does, but would like to wear more there. I mean, my personal opinion is it doesn't matter.
I agree.
The key is confidence, pretty jewelry, good colors, and a great smile. That's everything else that's going on. We all have skin stuff, and you know, if you just really want to hide it, then you can always just, you know, you can keep you know, a crew neck on for the most part, and just wear things that go down over top of your crew neck. Right. Jewelry doesn't have to just be on bare skin. It can be over top of your clothing as well. So maybe that becomes sort of the happy medium for.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. I mean, right now, both you and I have our necks open because we're going into spring and summer, right? So we're gonna have a lot of bare skin right here. But like if we were talking right now, fall, winter, you and I would be in sweaters, and our jewelry would be over our clothing. So this is not the only way to obviously wear our jewelry. You had mentioned something though, like with your bracelets, and this is a really, so I love this because it's such expression of creativity. Like, I'm such a creative person and I'm all about color, and I love playing with different combinations of things that are unexpected. And one of the things I love about the bracelets specifically, as I'm obsessed, is just literally putting things together just because I like them, even though they don't necessarily go together, because if you're wearing it and so all of a sudden someone's like, well, that, you know, they notice it. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. And so, like, I don't have everything that Betsy has in her vast collection of jewelry. But I know that when she was holding up, I would have totally added to this one. I have another bracelet that's not out of her collection that I wear. And then I would have totally worn the turquoise one too, just because it pops off the yellow and it's just fun. And it doesn't even necessarily match my necklace, but I don't really care because it's just, I love jewelry. I love to
And
play
I
with
think that's
color.
really
So
key, is we want to walk out the door feeling really great about what we're wearing, something kind of fun and different. Tracy has a really good question. I feel like I have a double chin or a big neck. Do you think a necklace close in to a neck like that is a good or a bad idea? You know, and again, I have done 1,000 jewelry parties over the last 10 years easily, live and virtual. And that's the one thing, that's the biggest question that I get is, what about my neck and my chin? I love to suggest maybe an 18 to 21 inch length of a necklace, or even a long necklace, something that's a 36 inch, that kind of thing. Because again, if you're uncomfortable, then you're not going to feel great going out the door, but we want you to feel great. And so something as simple as just wearing that longer necklace is not a bad idea. However, if you love a statement necklace, if you absolutely love it, ladies, please just wear it. Blue or whatever color, please just wear it, because it's about what you really love.
right. I mean, usually women who have a little bit of a heavier neckline right here, it's again, it's kind of, if you imagine that arrow, it's the arrow down. So it includes your clothes too. It's the most flattering, right? Again, if you love something, you should totally wear it. I'm with Betsy on that one. But if you're feeling self-conscious, always think about that arrow pointing away from something that you don't want to accent. And so that would be longer jewelry. It would be a longer, a thinner V-neck, not the wide, but a narrow. So it's more like that arrow pointing down away from something that you don't want to emphasize.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
You know, another thought, we were talking about the turquoise and the bright blues, but I wanted to switch gears just real
Oh
quickly.
yeah, the normal blue.
And so something simple like a wrap star bracelet, it feels like nothing, it feels like you're wearing air basically. It has a double clasp, so it'll fit lots of different sizes of wrists, but just something really simple like this with a little blue, with a navy blue flat or navy blue flip-flops or sandals is super cute. And then Maureen had a great question. What about statement earrings?
Yeah.
I love statement earrings. And I know people who love to wear a statement earring with a big necklace. And in fact, in our collection, we have some like that. My personal preference, just because of the way I tend to style my clothing, is that I'll wear a long necklace, maybe with a statement earring, but a lot of times if I'm wearing a big statement earring, for example, something like this, if I'm wearing something like this, I probably won't even wear a necklace, but I would do a really fun wrist and a really great ring, right? And then I'm not overwhelming, but I have some friends in our company, for example, who are just phenomenal at great taste. They'll do the big blue earrings, the big blue necklace, and a big wrist party, and they look amazing, and they totally pull it off, you know, with blue jeans and a whatever top. But Jen, I wanted to ask you this question. Yes, you can braid the wrap stars. Yeah, exactly. Raina was talking about that. That's right. You can
wear them on your, but you can also wear them on your ankles.
Oh yeah, you can wear them on your ankles, right?
You can. Like I was playing around with some of the stuff because short season's coming in soon, at least over here on this side of the world. And yeah, I was playing around. A lot of stuff translates into your ankle.
Because we'll be showing them soon, hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Then if I wanted to wear, if I have a lot of navy blue jewelry, what colors could I be wearing that with? To me, that seems like something that I would wear more to work, because what happens with the navy blues, like this is called Montana blue, for example. So Montana blue, it's sedate. We also have blacks that kind of look like this too, like a dark black. It's sedate, but has a little bit of sparkle to it because it is a Swarovski crystal.
Love it.
What colors, if I'm going to work and I work in a corporate job and I'm doing sort of business casual, what kind of colors can I wear with my navy blue?
Okay, so for navy blue, I'm going to pull out this is my color wheel, by the way. So if a lot of you probably already know me, but you can find this on yourcolorstyle.com. We'll put a link for some of this stuff when we're done here. But this is a great tool because it gives you a lot of really good ideas. So this is the blue right here. And so the tool is pointing to the blue. And so her blues are kind of here on the darker side. It's kind of a really cool jewelry piece because most of the time when you think of the shiny jewelry or jewels, you think of jewel tones that are bright, but this is like a navy blue almost. And so it almost in a way acts as a neutral, which means you can probably wear it with anything. Obviously your standard classic neutrals like your whites, but if you really want to get creative with this, there's a couple things that I think would be really fun. One of the trending colors this year, you're going to see it everywhere, is a really light yellow. And it's kind of like It's a little bit warm, but it's beautiful with navy. So if you're working in an environment where you want to either dress up something like what Betsy showed with the navy necklace, or just anything navy blue, yellow is just a really, really beautiful color to wear. Bright yellow may not be your thing, but a light yellow, a lot of people can actually pull off, believe it or not.
Like a pink.
Another color that would be really interesting, and if you're using this as a tool, there's some really fun things here, and it has everything to do with your personality, okay? Because over here you've got your, I have to look, over here you've got your reds, and if you're wearing like a red blouse with your navy blue jewelry, or your just your wrist or something like that, that is honestly just stunning. And the same comes true for your greens. Now, this is a green that is a little bit more on the warm side, but you could easily just shift it and shift it over to a true green. And depending on what you like to wear, some people really like a light green, some people like a true green. I have a true green top that I wear all the time.
Like a Kelly green?
Yeah, it's like a Kelly green. It's as neutral as you can get, honestly. But honestly, the cooler the green, the more you get into the blues, and then everything works. So those are just a couple ideas. And this is just a really, really fun tool. So you can do the same thing if you had like a little turquoise jewelry, like you moved over to the green blues, for example. And then you can see how it opens up and gives you ideas. This is what I was saying about this right here, right? If you have a green blue, that's a really fun combo for your jewelry. And then it points down here to like your peaches and that kind of stuff if you were doing something like turquoise. So this is just a really fun to play with, basically, a really fun way. So
Lori just asked the question, how do you figure out what yellow you can wear?
That's a loaded question.
My question is, Jen, I think you actually created that color. You created that color wheel, right?
Yeah, this is your color styles.
So you'll put the link in the chat so we can get one.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. These are fun. Like a lot of people really, it's a great wardrobing tool because instead of getting rid of stuff, sometimes you can go back into your closet with a fresh perspective and then start pulling stuff together. And then if you got your jewelry with your statement, colors and stuff, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then it's just like shopping all over again in your closets. It's super fun. And so how do you know? Okay, I will answer this color as briefly as I can because I know we're already over time. You guys, there's a quiz on your color style that can help you because I'm going to say some words that aren't going to may not make a lot of sense. Yellow, like this is a very golden yellow, and so someone with warm undertones is going to look best in a golden yellow. Someone who has cool undertones is going to look better in a cool yellow, and you're really going to want something that gives you that in person to match. Like this is a very true yellow. It's very hard to tell on camera the difference, but actually I was yellow orange. This is a very true yellow where this is a very orangey yellow. What?
Hold it closer to your camera.
Sorry. Yeah. So see how this is like a very true yellow. It's very
like
yellow, where this is what I'm wearing, which is more orangey yellow. So true yellow, warm yellow. So true yellow, believe it or not, is something that actually anybody can wear. It's actually what's even in this necklace I'm wearing right now. It's the Peach Delight one. It's got true yellow in it. It's very, very light. So it's not like it's like overly yellow. A lot of people, believe it or not, can wear yellow, but they assume they can't because they relate it to the golden or bright canary yellow. So just go less, just go a little lighter, and you should be okay to try some stuff out.
And what I love about yellow the most is that then I can wear my blue with it. And it's because it feels like, to me,
well, yeah,
I don't know your lingo, it's like the opposite color.
Yes.
So it sort of sets off the blues so well because it feels like it's the opposite.
It is. It's just basically a split complementary. So if you've got your yellow here and your blues are right here. And so it creates you like it because it's very dynamic. You're a very outgoing social person, Betsy. So that dynamic color combo gets you excited. It might scare somebody else, but if so, then they can keep in the same palette or something close to it for a little bit of a softer look too. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I hope that helps. But there's a quiz and stuff on your color style if you want to dig more into color analysis. It's a long conversation to get into right now.
What's your website so they can find all that? Jen?
Yeah, I'll put that in the chat for them. It's yourcolorstyle.com.
Okay, great. So you put yourcolorstyle.com.
Yeah, and then I can do the the quiz also. They'll look at the quiz right when they show up, but
Oh,
I'll just
good.
do that
Okay.
too.
Yeah. And I want to go do that too, because I don't think I've ever done it.
Yeah, and then for the color wheel, you keep talking, I'll find it real quick.
Okay. Okay. What I would love for all of you to do too in just a minute is to tell us what color you want us to focus on next, or if there's
Yeah.
a topic in particular, because we're going to do these every couple days. 20 minutes at a pop, which is different topics. We thought we would hit on colors first because color is really fun, especially this time of year. Purple. Oh, purple, yellow, pink.
Oh, we're gonna get a whole. We're gonna get all the
We're gonna get all the
colors. I was gonna say.
rainbow. I know. Oh, think of hair and eye colors coming together. That's a good one, Mary Sarah.
Oh, that's a good one. Good. Yeah. I like that, especially for women who have like red hair, or like even like gray or white hair too, or like colors that people struggle with sometimes.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, if we don't get to the hairdresser soon, we're all going to be gray. So we're going to.
I won't be. I don't think I'll be gray, but I think I'll be a brunette. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think my hair is darker than I want to admit.
Right.
So,
Right. Gigi wants to know what necklaces I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Montana Chanel necklace, and I am wearing the Glimmer necklace in blue. It's called Glimmer.
You're gonna need to put your link to your jewelry down here too, Betsy.
Yep. So I'm gonna put the link to the jewelry if you saw something that you loved.
Orange. Someone said orange for jewelry.
Oh,
You've got orange in your jewelry collection, right?
Orange. We do.
I'm pulling up my catalog right now.
Oh yes. In fact, you can see this online for some fun ideas. Again, we are a U.S. company. We can ship anywhere. Oh, watch out for the gray hair, Debbie says.
I know. You know what?
Debbie already has it.
Oh well.
It's gorgeous. It's already silver. She's so lucky.
I just love
Dory
these
wants
though.
greens.
It's my favorite. I love
We're
this.
trending the
This
smudge.
is my next buy, by the
Mary
way.
Sarah, you're a hairdresser. You're a stylist. You know what to call this. I love it. Classic blue 2020 color of the year for clothing. Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
That's true. Who said that? That's absolutely right. Congratulations.
Lynn Crawford said that.
It's
Maureen
absolutely right.
Orange. Okay, yeah, orange. And Gigi's husband is coloring her hair. Can I come over?
I know, right? Oh my gosh. We're gonna have really long
Get her
hair
hair
too. You're gonna
done.
see me in ponytails soon, not gonna lie.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but
Okay.
orange and blue, by the way, looks really good too.
Say that again.
Orange and blue looks really good too. You had said navy blue and I focused on one, but orange is another great color to go with blue.
It is. And
Those
you
who
know,
love orange,
I've been doing that for the last 7 years because both of my kids went to University of Virginia.
oh, there you go. Right. Well,
Combinations in my closet. I know. So I'm making enemies right now, aren't I?
maybe. Oh, they're like, what? I get it. Oh.
Okay. Can we show a classic blue? Classic blue meaning like navy, maybe?
Classic blue is a little bit brighter than that.
What was
Which
that?
honestly, you've got,
Denim? Like denim blue?
it's really more what you showed originally. This one,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
showed it. That's a classic blue.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it's not navy, it's brighter than that.
True. Right.
So really,
more like
yeah,
this.
like that's a classic blue.
Right.
If you saw in the Pantone chart, that's what it is.
Ocean Delight is the
Yeah.
name of the color that we have right now in classic blue.
Yeah.
The name of the crystal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so you'll
Okay.
see blue all over the stores in different ways. And so,
Yeah, it's so fun. That's
mhm.
always been my favorite color. When I was a kid, and my parents would say, "What color do you want of a thing?" And my sister would always say red, and I would always say blue. I'm glad we started off with blue.
I know.
So,
All right, so looks like there's a lot of people who have lots of different color choices. So we'll just pick one. We'll cover them all eventually.
yeah, we will.
right?
We'll get to them all.
I know. Okay. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap it up? This was fun, Betsy. Good
I
idea.
love it. It's so
This is
fun to
good.
see everybody. It's just great to talk style and fashion and learn a couple.
No.
I always learn so much when I talk to you, Jen. She's so easy too. You know, if you go out to coffee with Jen, it's like you don't have to worry about what you're wearing because you know she's not going to scope you, which is really great. Like there's no judging. There's no judging in fashion with either of us, which is really.
I swear, every time someone meets me in person and they literally will like start making excuses. They're like, oh, I just decided just to wear this gray sweatshirt because it was, but I mean, I wear so, I'm like, I don't care. It's okay.
Right.
You're getting so upset.
Exactly.
I'm a nice person.
Judgment-free zone. That's exactly.
Judgment-free zone. Exactly.
We will keep you all posted on when
Yeah.
our next one is going to be. It'll be in a couple of days. Miriam wants to know we meet here every Saturday. I don't know about that, but because we'll do it more often than just on Saturdays too.
But yeah, so this is our first one. Betsy and I kind of did it as an experiment, which I think was totally worth it. And we'll do more. So we'll try to come up with a schedule for you guys. Give us a little bit of time to kind of get ourselves kind of in a sync. And then we'll have a little bit better schedule for you guys so you can kind of plan for it a little bit better too. The time zone's always going to be East Coast. I'm sorry. If it's hard for you guys to get here, it will be recorded. It will be posted out on the YouTube channels and the Facebook pages. And if you're on my newsletter, you'll get it there as well. And if you registered, you'll get it.
Do evenings sometimes or late afternoon sometimes too.
Yeah, we can scatter it, and you will get the recording if you're registered anyway. So, right, I'm pretty sure about that. So.
Somebody had wanted to see the pineapple necklace, so I wanted to make sure that I shared the pineapple. I didn't want to forget, I promised.
Totally off topic, but super cute.
I know. So now whoever was at one of the pineapple necklace, there's your picture. 15 to 18 inch length and star leg. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We love seeing all of you. We'll look forward to talking with you soon. Be sure to
Definitely.
check to do
Bye, everyone.
quiz. I'm going to do it right after I hang up.
Oh, okay. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.